Hello, welcome to the development update for All Tanks to You. For those of you that aren't my professor, this will be a little bit out of context, but you'll be able to figure it out as we go along. So I'm just going to get right into it. But last time we talked about getting the game logic done. I think I mentioned screen wrapping, and I think I mentioned if I had time, controller support, setting up multiplayer, all that sort of stuff. I'm kind of halfway there. A lot of the stuff for multiplayer requires that I have controller support ready, and I kind of procrastinated getting controller support done and focused a little more on creating the screen wrapping so that it was a little bit better. And I started actually on an extra goal, which was the game mode serialization prototype, which is very, very simple. I'm just creating the base classes and basically what it is the players will be able to change the time limit and then save that as its own mode, a lot like Halo. So you can tell I'm very influenced by the kind of user experience design of the original Halo games, but anyways, that's besides the point. So what I've done here is I've created a game mode class that's kind of like our game manager, but kind of it works in tandem with our level loader and a UI class that I'm going to show you in a minute, to kind of manage the all the game logic of the game. So I have game goal types, which I don't know if I really need. I kind of set it up early on, and I was like, this isn't really all that necessary, and so we'll see what I end up doing with this. If anything, it'll probably be used for like the menus, I guess. But regardless, so I have my game rules, which is something I'm still in the middle of setting up for the serialization. But for the time being, I have a lot of the stuff for the kind of demo game mode that I have set up already, just in this base abstract class. And so if we go over here, this is the this new game mode that we have. I guess I can make this a little bit bigger. It is targets. What it basically does is when you call the initialize, it looks for all the objects in the scene. So the stage serialization still works, and finds those objects and then adds it to the list of objects that you need to shoot. So this would work in tandem with the level editor. You would make a level for targets and yada yada yada, and the player would shoot all of them and all that sort of stuff. I'll try to add like little bookmarks, so if you just want to skip ahead to the demo, you can just do that. But some other code I've worked on, I've started this reticle, and the thing with controller support is I have to have this reticle working, and I have to have it like integrated so that when you use the mouse and keyboard, the reticle follows the mouse. When you're using a controller, the reticle is controlled by the controller, and it's all very seamless. And I'm still kind of working on that. I kind of hated working on it when I was working on it, so I moved on to things that I actually promised to get done by the end of this kind of period of time. Um, but let's see what else. Oh yes, so I have kind of my baseline for the UI manager in, and basically what it's going to be is I'm going to turn this into an abstract class, just like game mode, and then each UI class is going to be based on its individual game mode. So everything will be tied together into the game mode and the stage and all that sort of stuff, and each mode will have its own UI, just because I think that'll be easier to kind of put together and make a lot simpler and stuff like that. And then I can have fun UI concepts, if I ever end up doing like King of the Hill or Capture the Flag or whatever, and have like maybe like a bar that goes across. Anyways, so I'm making this so that it can be expandable, a lot like what we talked about with the stage serialization last time. I'm just kind of setting everything up so that I can just spend like 20 minutes and add a new feature or a new mode and make it very expandable and all that sort of stuff. So that's what this, UI manager, like UI manager being abstract to individual UIs, is kind of all about. And so, what else? I'm trying to think. Oh, and I did level wrapping. It's not super complex. Basically, all I do here is I have a wrap plane, and then I have its partner wrap plane, and then I have it whether or not it's an X wrap, just because I know this isn't going to be a part of the serialization. I don't need to make it customizable, so it's just going to be whether or not it's on up and down, like facing north and south or facing east and west, and just have it so that what it does is it takes the player and then it takes in the case of a non-X wrap, which is the only ones I have on the stage right now, just because I didn't want to spend too much time setting something up that I knew worked in a prototype stage like this. I have it set up so it just takes the Z value of that other plane and applies it to the thing. So right now this code is just kind of dummy code, but ideally it'll be like this in here, and it'll take me I could probably just do it right now. So probably just copy this, and the rotation instead of Y it would also be Y, and so I think it would be exactly like this. So anyways, yeah, just determined on the rotation of the plane, it just sends it to the other plane and sends it just a little bit in front of it so that we don't get weird feedback loops and all that sort of stuff. And so a lot of fun, but anyways, we're going to save that. And then I guess in that case, you can see me add the other wrap planes live, because I don't see any reason why I can't. And so we can bring the scene over here, and then I can set this one to 90. I hope that's correct. And then it'll be minus. So if it's over 0, okay, so I need to actually yeah. And then we need to put this over in these squares, so I'm just going to kind of guesstimate for now, just because I don't want to spend too much time. We got to get to the rest of the demonstration, and I think that's... Okay, that's good enough for me. If it appears a little weird in the stage, we'll figure it out. But that's our wrap plane. So it just creates a box around the thing and sends it to there, so that it kind of emulates the kind of 2D wrapping. Because I didn't want to create like weird borders, and I kind of wanted the game to be kind of freeing and open and fun, and so and arcadey. And so, anyways, to kind of get into the demonstration. Right now I'm just using mouse and keyboard controls. I do have the general controls for the controller set up. If I can just open that up in prototyping. And so I have a controller control scheme that does generally work. Oh, and I added this little reset button that we'll see in a minute. But I have added the general, like what the things that I need. That reticle code is kind of my next step in that. And so... yes, so a lot of it looks the same. I'm kind of waiting until my next phase of development, which will start like sometime next week, hopefully before Wednesday. I'll start adding actual assets and making it look pretty and making the UI not ugly as it looks right now. But as you can see, it's counted all 6 of the targets on the screen, and then when you shoot one, when you manage to shoot one till it goes away, it reduces the number of targets. And so right now I just have it that it calls an event when they win. And so, so I thought it would be fun and reduce the need to do a lot of animation if I had it kind of interact with the physics of the actual tank when you shoot like this. So it kind of has this nice bouncy look that I was originally going to animate by hand, without me having to animate it by hand. The only problem is on occasion, if you overshoot, sometimes you fall over, and that's what R is for. It's just a quick reset key. It just drops you onto the stage from above with all your rotation reset. And so here's the wrapping in action. I have the sides messed up. I need to rotate them, but Let's see. Let me fix that. I'm not gonna worry about those because that's a goal to fix. But the wrapping, otherwise, I mean, it does generally work going up and down. So there's something I'm just doing wrong with like setting up those planes just because I did it in a rush while we were recording. But the wrapping does work, as you can see over here in the kind of like scene inspector. He's just teleporting to that other plane. If I open up this plane's like kind of wireframe renderer, if I go, it goes through there. And same goes if we open this one. Oh, whoops. And we go through. Yep. So pretty simple. Reset key works and all that sort of stuff. So we love that. And physics, obviously. Having fun with the physics. But yeah, so the basic game logic is all set up to basically read for goals and then do that. And so I think my main focus between now and Wednesday is going to be getting a little bit of the assets in there, get the actual tank model in, get rid of this grid, and start creating some objects, but then also hopefully actually adding the reticle in, adding in that multiplayer, and actually creating a dual mode so that I can kind of move on to creating the menus and kind of putting together like a nice little like demo vertical slice before week 6 starts, so then I can start like pizzazzing out the game. So essentially the goal to Wednesday is to have the multiplayer working, the reticle working, and having some assets in, but not all. And then before that next Wednesday, or before the end of that week, really, I want to have like all like a bunch of assets in for like one level theme, so like a desert or something, and like have this kind of like demo vertical slice with one mode, have a very simple menu, and all that sort of stuff. And then from there, I should have plenty of time to go through, soup up the UI, make the menus look good. The biggest thing, every time I say that I have a lot of time this coming week, a bunch of stuff comes up and I don't have as much time as I thought. And so a lot of stuff I either have to rush to get done, or I have to, make up time where it isn't there. But I think hopefully I probably shouldn't say it. I'm gonna pretend that I don't have a lot of time between now and Wednesday, but hope for the best. And so I don't have anything going on tomorrow, so I might work on this a lot. But anyways, sorry, this is taking up like way too much time. Thank you, and okay, bye.